The APA ethical guidelines that are usually used on the FRQs are about obviously conducting research on human subjects. There are guidelines for animal research as well, but usually these guidelines are connected to human research. These have showed up on FRQs before, and you'll see them in two different forms. One form will be, well, they will list them almost as bullet points, right? And you'll have to apply them to the question. Another popular way of asking students to utilize these APA guidelines is where they don't give you the guidelines. Instead, they give you a scenario, some type of research scenario, and they're going to ask you, please identify some of the guidelines that, Dr. Roberts did not follow in her research. And then you'll have to, from your memory, you'll have to think about these. This one is in Barron's. It's usually not the one that's usually used. It's usually these four are the ones. I'm not saying this one you don't need to know. All I'm saying is these are your main four. So in the questions, in the scenario I was giving you, they might have a question concerning a fictional Dr. Roberts. They might talk about her research, and they might say that she was conducting research on, say, intelligent score, on IQ scores, and listening to classical music. So the experimental group listened to classical music and took IQ tests, and the control group was not exposed to the independent variable, right, the classical music, and took the IQ test. And then Dr. Roberts mails the results to everyone's home that has every single subject and their IQ scores, right? So obviously you would have to identify that as a breach of confidentiality, right? So just realize that you're going to have to do those. The three that are often used are this one, and this one, only because this one is usually very obvious. It doesn't mean it can't be used, but just keep that in mind. So I would really try to memorize these, obviously, and understand, debriefing is after. Most of them are self-explanatory. Informed consent is before you sign up for the experiment, right? So please commit these to memory to the best of your ability, because they have shown up on exams before.